Danke ngiyabonga namhlanje bakwethu. Yay, it's an exclusive. Kuyafiwa. Namanga ntombazana.
Ayi. I'll see what I'll answer.
Yes, welcome to the From Film for Show bathandekayo lapha namhlanje ziyawo. As you know, the show is by Deb3 Events. We do sound, the best sound system. We were part of the growth of
Yes, you were.
You confirmed that?
Yes, you
were. We were part of the initiators, the pioneers, providing PA system for Mandipa. We're not yet there. Providing PA system for Mandipa. Yes, for the event. Yes. Providing PA system, quality PA systems available at Deb3 Events. If you want lighting, we also have lighting for your stage, for your conferences. Emma Church Lapana, if you want proper lighting, or yes. we have proper lighting, and we also do staging equipment, and also for road shows. If you want a road show, if you want PA system, if you want a truck, if you want a generator, if you want banners and everything that you want to make your roadshow prosperous, reaching all the communities, we can make it happen for you as Deb3 Events. And we also have artist management. If you're an artist and you're looking for management, we're ready to provide you with management, handling your socials, organizing interviews, and also providing studio time for an artist who wants to record. And also, what we do is we curate events.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we curate events. If you have an event and you don't know how to plan it, if you have a wedding, if you have a party, or if you have a concert, if you want to do a concert, and you're looking forward for designing it and directing it, we are available as Deb3 Events. And also the show is in partnership with Enkundleni Photo Cinematography. Mandipa, does your company have a company profile which is in visuals?
In visuals?
Yeah.
Not quite, actually. We would actually probably need to start some kind of YouTube channel, you know, so that people who want to look it up have some content to see what it's all about, what the hype is. So yeah, maybe we'll eventually look into that.
Yes, Enkundleni Photo Cinematography. Yeah. They will do that for you, company profiling and everything, visuals for your YouTube channel that you're talking about. They can also provide those services. And if you also want a photo shoot, if you want also to do video filming for your event, any event, weddings, parties, your event, they can also
not my wedding.
Okay. they can also be available for that. And then killing it to bar. It's Mandy and Sip talking about Munch and Sip. Unjani siswami? Oh, I'm glad to have you.
Oh, thank you so much for calling me over.
Then I heard your flight is landing yesterday.
Last night.
Yes. Then you're coming here early in the morning.
First place I've been is to your studios. So yes, I made sure.
And I hear every time you come and you
I just parked us.
Just parked outside, then give us what we want, and then you go.
But you've only called me for what you want. You've never called me for anything else. But you only called me for payments, so nothing else. But okay. No, thank you for having me. Hey?
Nice. And straight to what fascinated me about you. You're single.
Batum. Yes.
How is that?
I don't know. Maybe that's on Jela in future. But no, I don't have a partner just yet. Give it time.
on your previous relationship, like when was the last time for your previous relationship?
Hi guys. I think like a year and a half back. Yeah.
Did you feel insecure because Munch and Sip is growing so big?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or you were the wrong one?
Very supportive, man. Huh?
You were the wrong one in the
Probably
relationship.
I was the wrong one. Yeah.
Assumably, what was it?
These questions. No, I think we just grew apart. So, but yeah.
So in as much as Munch and Sip grew, then you also grew apart with her.
How far does this screening go? Like, where does it air?
We're going for an hour.
Okay, no. It's all in good faith.
Okay. So tell me about the inspiration. When does it all begin for you?
I think I just have a zeal for life. I think there's more to life, and with my interest in food. Funny enough, I have no cooking background per se or chef school or anything. I just, in my past travels, I've seen that other countries take so much pride in their food, you know? Like they take their food so seriously, the ingredients that they put, the how it's presented. And I just said, I really want that for my own country. Let me, when it's Africa Day, I'm showcasing my food really passionately. And I tried to figure out how we could do that. And I said, yes, we do have our food, but then the beauty of culture is that it evolves with time. Back in the day, even with our dressing and stuff, people used to wear mapeshu, but we don't wear it anymore. But it's not to say that culture is dead. It's just to say, right, what can we adjust to make it make sense now? Likewise with food. Yes, Chwala is popular, but like, what other ingredients are there that we can make use of and better, evolve? So that's pretty much how the idea came about.
Oh, nice. And when does the journey of Munch begin?
Like when I started?
Yes, when you started.
Surprisingly enough, it's only becoming hype now, but the first one was 2017? 2017, I think, which is a very long time ago.
That was the very first time, 2017.
Yes, and with 2017, we did one. Okay. At the time, I had a very encouraging partner who said, let's do it. You're always talking about let's make it happen. And we did it and it flopped. We did it Lapana where there's smokehouse. Okay. There wasn't even smokehouse at the time. So Lapana, I think the owner allowed us to do it and he said he would do drinks. So we didn't have the drink side at the time. And we did the event and he thought, it's going to be a full house. He expected, that's why he didn't charge us. He's like, cool, we'll make money from the bar. We went to 14.
Like 14?
Of which, la my cousins pagat. I think they were.
Who didn't want to buy?
At least, at the time it was 2 bonds to get in. So my cousins gave me the 2 bonds. They came in. There was actually Skonja. There was Posenti. Those were one of the first few people that came. There's this family that came and even till today, they still come through, So those are the people that I always look, when I see them. In fact, whenever I do the event, I say without them, the event hasn't happened.
Okay.
That's how, it meant so much. But yeah, it was so empty. We had like one major store, one store, and then one cocktail store. But we held strong and finished at 5, Savala, Sibili. And that was it. So you can imagine in my discouraged state, would you ever do that? Do the event again? Never. No. Fast forward, I traveled, I went away for some work. I was working overseas. And in the country I was working in, they are very big on festivals. So specifically, I was working in Brazil. So Lapana, Brazil, those people are party animals, like to death, There was this event, that happens annually called Carnival.
Okay.
So not Victoria Falls, the Brazilians, they do Carnival every year during like January, February. And it's like
semi-nude carnivals.
A week long. I wouldn't call it nude because to them, that's their culture.
Yes.
It's the equivalent of us walking around Ngamapechu. Then someone comes and says, you guys are naked. To them, it's their culture. So
we should do that with Munch and Sip.
I mean,
funny
enough, I'm actually trying to incorporate it slowly. I try and hire dancers. I bring fire spitters from all the way from Victoria Falls, Ama Zigure. I'm really trying to incorporate what I saw overseas in my festival. So when I was there, I was attending the parades. It's like for a week long, you walk down the streets, you're singing.
The drama guys.
Drumming,
saxophone guys.
Everyone is
Brothels
involved. You like naked people. But yes. But yeah, I think that was my first love, where it came from. And then thereafter, when I now came back to Africa, I attended festival after festival. Food markets.
And by then, are you researching or?
No, I'm just enjoying. I'm just enjoying. Like, guys, wherever there's a new food market, I go. Four Ways Market, I go. Cape Town Market, I go. Botswana, like, I grew up in Botswana.
Okay.
And they also take their food very seriously. Papa, Taserobe, everything. I go wherever possible. The Tlafula Festival, they do the Tlafula Festival when their crops grow out. I go. So I really found myself actually traveling for food markets or for festivals. Any opportunity I get, really, I'm there.
And then when you come back home, you realize...
I realized, guys, I don't have to be traveling this much for it. Let me create my own. Let me see if, there's other people like me. And it grew from 14 people, we moved to 22. Then, in fact, when I got back from my job, we just said, let's just try. It's been a year. Let's see. Maybe we'll get more than 14, but we don't know how much more
than 14. That's 2018 now.
Yes, 2018 when I came back. I only went away for a year. It was for an internship. When I came back, we did one, and this time at Tin Cup. And then it was 150 people. But from 14 to 150 people, I was like, so maybe there are people who understood what we were trying to do and they want more. Then we started doing it every month. Local cooler, even by 50 people.
And by then, did you anticipate that you're going to go from 14 to 1,000?
No, because at the time it was still about food. It was about food. And then, slowly, obviously, when there's food, we think, let's just bring a band or two so that, while you're eating, people want to stay longer. So let there be entertainment. So now, entertainment, Chankona, from that one turned into...
And then, boom, Kid X is there.
That was the next one, but yes.
So, mnandi lapho.
To be honest, I didn't anticipate the growth. I was literally just doing it out of my love for food and my love for bringing people together. Okay. But I'm happy that people are taking a liking to the event.
And then the residents are complaining about the noise.
But Latis Lenkani, I wouldn't even lie. There was one we did in where is it? Machamhlope at a wedding venue, and to be honest, I didn't anticipate that much parking. I probably should have, but parking became a problem. And of course, that venue is within a residential space. So people started parking at people's gates and... Oh gosh. Banates moteni, and then they dropped the bottles. And at that time, remember, I'm still also fairly new to the event scene. Huh? So when it comes to things like waste collection, you don't think about it, because usually when you hire a venue, it comes with cleanup after, day after. So obviously you just knock off and you go home. And because the venue will clean their own property. Not realizing that I'm a resident. Now people were throwing bottles outside their houses. Who cleans that bit?
Nama condom. Yeah. Very the people, they are crazy.
But there was just a lot of litter.
Yes.
So it was a learning curve for us. But of course, the residents sorted it out. But now we know for our next event, we need to account for waste collection.
Yes.
For our next event, we need to account for extra trailers. For our for every event that I do, I learn. Even the ones that you think went well, disaster behind
that
the
happened.
scenes.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah.
And then now it's the flagship of the country.
Is it?
Yeah. Like everybody's coming from every corner of yes.
Flagship.
Tina very tip 3, that's what we do. So now it's the flagship of the country.
Yes.
And then it's inspiring a lot of people.
Yes, and all I want to do is make it bigger and bigger and bigger.
And better.
And better. I'm excited to release the lineup for this one. In fact, that's probably, what I've been working on this, going to meet people to see what we can work out. And yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. And now when it comes to Munch and Sip, who then is allowed to partner, be your partner, sponsor?
One thing I realize is, you become very desperate for the money because the bigger it gets more expensive. That's what people don't get. I've seen Twitter where they say, I'm like, yeah, okay. I say, then let's split the costs, right? It takes quite a lot of money to do it now, right? And in doing that, you now need help. You can never do something alone. You now need help, whether financial, whether it's roping in equipment, things like that. And when it comes to sponsors, it's easy, out of desperation, you turn around and you say, you know what, guys, let's just take the money. But truth of the matter is, you need to take a sponsor who understands what you're trying to do. First meeting, someone is willing to listen to what you want to achieve. First meeting, they're not here for the right reasons. Either they'll take the event or they'll come and put 200 banners, or they'll come, you know what I mean? The purpose of it is now diluted.
Okay.
So the first thing I look for when I look for a sponsor is, first of all, is this person willing to have a relationship with us? Which we will be able to, pick up the phone and be like, you know what, this is the idea I had, and this is how I think we should execute it, and this is how I think there'll be a benefit to you, this is how I think there'll be a benefit to us, like that, and this is how I think we'll make a change to Bulawayo by doing this and by doing that. If someone is willing to listen, then Bulawayo are motivated to make sure they get the best out of their experience, and that's literally what we look for. That's why you find, we really delayed when it came to looking for sponsors. It's not that we didn't get offers. It's just that when we got offers, we felt like these people are saying to us, no, you need us. You need our money. So take us. And then, we will take the maximum. And that's when you get people who are offering you bare minimum. They're offering you bare minimum effort for maximum output. So I always try to say to people, don't necessarily lose hope when you don't get the sponsors. I think just keep on putting what you can, grow at your own pace, and then eventually someone is going to be like, no, but we kind of understand what she's trying to do. We've also been to SA, to that other event, so I know she's trying to go there. So maybe we can help her by doing 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, yes.
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't say help her, because the team is quite big. The people that we do this event with, and now they've become family. I'm sure, when you come to Munch and Zip, there are a few faces you can identify. Munch and Zip team, that girl, my getting. So we're a big team now, and we're growing.
And I came across an article which was saying, like, you were proud that Munch and Zip became an employer for these youths.
Yes, I think, when was it? 2 years back, Munch and Zip.
Giving
when
all
was
of
the
you hope.
sailing club one? The sailing club one was August. It was last year, August. And after that happened, I really was contemplating cancelling the December one.
Why?
Because that one alone, it showed me a lot of errors that we had. So I thought, you know what, we now need better planning. Let's take time to plan so that, when we execute things. I don't know if I'm a perfectionist when it comes to these festivals, because I know what I want. Okay. I said to myself, just to say, we need to plan it now. Now that we see that, so more people, what do we need to do? And we were contemplating cancelling it. In fact, rightfully so, because December, it often rains. December, there's more people. December, obviously, there's more expenses, things like that. And someone phoned me and said, before you even think of cancelling, Tina sevenza masalun. Booking. It was supposed to be on the 30th of December. It was on the 30th of December.
Okay.
Which was day before New Year. So I was panicking into, guys, if you corona from sailing club to now, how will we manage? Let's better prepare maybe for next year, April or something. And she says, if you shut it down, nilama bookings makeup. I'm doing about 7 faces. My sister is doing hair, velole installation, lama line. And I said to myself, so these people have already budgeted that they're going to not Gucci Babuye, the business person on their own. They're saying to themselves, this event is gonna bring me money. They might, even if they don't come, but Salon, they're gonna be making money. Ooh, Taylor is making an outfit for this person. Ooh, a stall holder is buying food, they're buying ingredients for where. They've even said to themselves that, okay, the next Munch and Zip is in April. If I order herbs from this person, by April they'll be done. So another business, I just realized that many businesses benefit from one festival because of how big it's grown. So it just gave me so much pride. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that it's not just us. For lack of a better term, it's holayo. Yes. It's many other people.
Yeah, it's now an ecosystem.
Hairdresser, makeup artist, groceries.
The counterfeit guy for tickets.
The guys who are faking tickets. Everyone.
No.
So luckily.
But you had an experience with the guy who did counterfeit tickets?
Yes. We know.
I'm still looking for his name.
We know who he is. We can't say, but we haven't.
Like you met the guy?
No, we know who he is. We know where he stays. He just hasn't. He changed his number. So we're literally just, I shouldn't say this actually. Cut. But yeah, we do know
who he is.
Who he
from the suburbs or Elokshin. Upumanga.
Yeah, Elokshin.
All right, my Pumelokshin, most presumable maybe I think it's from Luveve Kwabalada.
Nope.
Lopengula.
We're not going to do a rundown. But it's not just him. It's a group of friends that took a chance, yes. But you know what? Like I said, from every event we do, we learn. Now we know with our tickets, we're going to go online. So now you can't,
You can't what?
You can't now go and photocopy tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. That's simply put. We're learning Latiguti don't go and print.
So explain to me and the people how the new system is going to be functioning.
No, I can't do that.
So we purchase tickets online?
I can't even tell you yet. Even the pre-tickets, I can't tell you until we're only going to tell you where they're being sold day before. So I don't know if you've seen the flyer yet.
So we're going to be having queues, like people queuing for the tickets?
The $5 ones, we're not supposed to sell many. It was just to say, guys, truth of the matter, we want you to buy more $10 ones, of course. But we'll make leeway for the $5 tickets, tenge for that week. We'll make them available. Then thereafter. And
then while you're dealing with the counterfeit tickets, guys, you're dealing with the Sipo and Munch.
Come to think of it, this event is hectic. Yeah, but H for hectic. You can never chase all of them, right? Sip and Munch is it's not the first time we've seen something like this. Lo Munch and Sip fake we've seen.
Oh
yes,
there has been a Munch and Sip fake one.
Yes, we've seen it all.
But Sip and Munch was what vice versa mbichan.
Singambongile efforting, honestly, yeah. I think. Okay, on my cocky side, I'd say it's flattery because I'm looking at it like, okay, we're not doing too bad. If you want to copy us, we're not doing too bad, But on the other side, but on the other side, it's actually quite disappointing how, in Plawayo, I wouldn't want to go as far as saying where the creative side we need to do better, but I would go as far as saying take pride in something that you own, like create your own thing. So that we can also come and support your thing, I would like to think that,
Tell him, girl.
No, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. Like I said, I don't know how far this show goes. I just think people need to put a lot of effort into how they curate their shows because, we want different things. We want to also attend shows. We want to also feel like, hey, this weekend I'm going to this place. But if it's another extension of one type of event, it becomes a bit boring. The same genre of music,
copying is
the
genius.
same artists, or I was having a conversation with you where I said, hey, people need to take their craft seriously.
Okay.
Don't jump to say, guys, let's support local, let's support our events, put in the work. I don't even think the Munch and Sip is at the place that I want it to be yet. Like I said, I'm coming from SA, and the events that you see there,
massive.
Asigatiwan. We're not even there yet. So that being said, I really, really would love to see people taking there are people that like I said, there is a few names that I gave to say, no, those are the people that I really would work with because I see them putting in their work, throwing their own shows, An artist should, I've gone to the topic of artist already, but likewise with events, you should take pride in your event, curating it, coming out, writing down a concept to say, this is the purpose of the event. It's not just for people to drink and have fun. Have a purpose. What do you want to teach people? That's what I would have liked to see, but where you just copy, okay.
But so far, when looking at our creative sector, when it comes to concepts of events and the artist and whoever does what, you're very disappointed in that?
I'm not disappointed. I just think Bulawayo is a cultural hub. Bulawayo, when you think of culture in Zimbabwe, you think Bulawayo.
Yeah, true.
Right? So if you've got such a role in Zimbabwe, you need to take it seriously. I look at Nigerian artists, right? Nigerian artists, every month there's a new artist that's coming around. However, every month there's also an artist that's being disappointed. They're not at par with the people that are putting in their work. So it comes to sound.
There's that competition that's
happening. There's that
there.
Competition that's available. It's
exciting
not,
competition.
It's not a case of please hire me because I'm an artist, and then now suddenly are trending because you don't hire local artists. It's like by force. Linga's force. We need to appreciate your craft, and we also need to feel like, right, we are now able to like compete regionally,
and internationally.
Then furthermore, regionally, nationally, then internationally. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be a pity party. The same way at your job, you don't force your manager to now promote you. You have to do the work. So,
but I think at some point we're not forcing you. We're just conscientizing you, like we.
I'm very conscious. I'm very aware of artists here.
Yes. No, I'm not saying particularly to you, but in general, it's not like we're forcing people like support local.
And you know what's funny?
We're just conscientizing you. Like
some artists are really good as an artist. However, you're supporting like maybe the sound you haven't mastered. Like, you know,
like you haven't found your niche.
Not a niche, yes, but also the sound to, what do you call it? The beat and stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes if it's not mastered really well, it can disappoint the whole song. So you as an artist need to make sure everything complements your song.
Okay.
If you're going Afro, if you're going Kwaito, if you're going, and also what is Zimbabwean? That's another thing.
Like
I think we need
sound.
to identify our Zimbabwean sound, because we're very quick to say Zimbabwean music is dancehall, but just dancehall is very much Jamaican, or Zimbabwean music is Kwaito. Kwaito is very much South African, or you know.
But I think that's the complexity
piano.
that's been happening. Like we're too affiliated to South Africa, so it's not much easy to
and I think
to separate
and
the
I
two.
think like I'll talk about music now before I bring it back to food, to say we really need to take pride in being Zimbabwean and identifying what it means to be Zimbabwean, and if we can't identify it, create what it means to be Zimbabwean. We've got marimba, we've got mbira, and all these instruments that we don't use, but South African schools do it in their schools. You know what I mean? And then they'll turn around and call it South African, but they're ours. So why not take pride in that? Likewise to food. Besides Munch and Sip, there's other events I do, namely the Good Wine Experience. And at the Good Wine Experience, it's a much more expensive event. However, it's out in the first one we did was out in the Matopos, and what we tried to do was tell the chefs, you know, we've got really headline chefs, got these big chefs that we work with, and we challenge them to say, right, ama ingredients ethu azaphuma kumatopo.
Okay.
So the goat cheese
comes from Matopo.
Umdzidzi, all the fruits that came.
Okay.
We made puree.
Umdzidzi.
This guy is sick. You need to fire this guy. You need to fire this guy. But yeah,
I was umdzidzi.
like the fruits.
It's my first time.
We made a puree out of we made purees out of fruits, just really generally from the Matopo region. Then of course we had some fruits like baobab that we got a market, but we used it in our food, all the drizzles, things like that. And that is what I wanted to see, to say, if I'm a tourist and I come to Zimbabwe and I'm given fried chicken, it's like, I should have just stayed in America. Okay. You know what I mean? Like,
you want something that's so Zimbabwean.
You know what? Why not? You can literally make where was it when I had a starter that had mfusha? It was a phyllo pastry, and then they put mfusha and cream, and then it's like the phyllo, like the pastry that you make samosas and stuff like that. That flaky one. There was mfusha inside. Overseas they make spinach and corn samosas. Why couldn't you put mfusha? And it was tasty. You know, and I think it had it had mfusha and a cream, but it was so tasty. And those are the things I really wanted to see. I'm not saying let's go too African, because I
But I think with our position, it's hard to disassociate it with South Africa, and especially the Matebeleland region.
Of course.
So I think it will affect us in a way in terms of musically and the way we dress.
Understand that I'm not saying like shun it totally, because obviously I understand that there's a language factor in it. South Africa is very close to
language and culture.
Yes. However, the work that they are putting into molding their own culture, they're not even done. And shoot me if I may, but some of the South African attire that they say is South African, it's them designing it. It's not really, if you look at the history books, it's not really totally
South African.
It is South African, but it's designers who take the time to evolve and say, all right, we used to wear beads. Okay, so let's do the beads like this. Let's do it like that. Likewise here. There's just a lot we can do with our own, and I would really like to challenge people here. Even like there's very few food photographers. Take your product and mold it accordingly, present it well, then take pictures of it. Food photographers. There's food bloggers. We don't really see a lot of food bloggers. Food podcasts. There's just a lot we can do with our food. Although Prince Mtlanga is doing an amazing job. Magriza made me cook. He's doing an amazing job educating people about what the food is. Support him. Learn. Those are people who are taking their thing. But of course, with people, I just really, really I can't wait to see what when Zimbabweans take pride and are proud of who they are when that happens. But yeah.
Wow. And you in entrepreneurship, what do you do? What else do you do?
I brought my business cards. So Mandipa is food, drink, lifestyle, and green businesses. Those are my interests. So I curate events surrounded around food and drink. So I don't just do just events, but usually my passion lies with food and drink. Then, of course, I do have a business, Blawayo, that sells food packaging. So I sell biodegradable food packaging. This is where the interest in green businesses come in. So there's a few restaurants that are new in the market. Do I name drop?
It's okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard of Active Sushi. You've had the Ghetto Patisserie there at Mbali Mall. And soon to be Roosters. All their packaging is biodegradable. So it's supplied through us. And it's just to promote.
You're doing great.
Just to promote within the food industry. I didn't want to stray too far away from my interests, which is, like I said, food and drink. So I said, okay, what else is lacking in the food industry? Proper food packaging. Let's do that.
Okay.
So that's where it all
goes to.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me more about the Hustler Summit as a hustler.
Yes. I was just telling Mr. Hatebe that I'm not. Before this, I wasn't really much of a talker. So I'm also equally as excited to speak at the Hustler Summit. I think my topic is seabed tourism, which I think is befitting considering we've now indirectly and directly moved towards tourism. Like you were saying, people that come all the way from Harare to Munch and Sip. Come all the way to the Good Wine Experience, to the Good Wine in Matopo to come and see. So now it's not just an event, it's now leaning towards local tourism. So local tourism is literally where you create the need for people to come and see other places, to come and see, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much what we'll be discussing, to say, guys, tourism doesn't always entail just going to sleep over at a lodge. It can, but it just basically means finding the need to go to another place, to experience that place, what you take out of it, and that's what we're going to be discussing. But the Hustler Summit is a really great initiative. Kosana's doing a great job, and I'm very excited. In fact, I rushed back for that as well. I rushed back for the interview with you guys and also for the Hustler Summit. But after that, I'm going back to SA again.
And what word of advice do you have for these slave paras who are out there who want to be like you?
Want to be like me?
Yes, want to be Munch and Sip, madam.
Keep going. One. Let me think about this. What advice do I have for them? I think in anything you do, money will come, right? But find a hobby, find what you like doing. Do it so much that you can actually get paid for what you like doing.
Okay.
That's how I came up with it. So if you like knitting, I know people who like knitting. Now they've got crochet companies. They're making crochet clothes. That's an example. If you like cooking, do it passionately. Ask people what you think of it. Review. Also, make sure you have people that are able to tell you, like, listen, you're doing a really bad job. Check yourself. Put yourself back in the world. But your hobby is what will eventually make money. And if you want to be happy doing what you do. Yeah, that's my advice. So if you enjoy doing something, do it passionately to the point where you can get paid for it.
I still don't understand why an event of such a magnitude, Munch and Sip, Mandipa is still single. I'm still fascinated about that.
Ask them. Maybe if they're watching the...
Guys, Alimboni!
Not yet.
So what happened with your ex? Were you wrong? What did he do? You felt insecure? What happened?
Yeah, nothing. You just.
Like, akuphele nje akusayenzi. Wow.
He's still a good person. Good.
And you're searching? You searching?
I'm searching.
You're single and searching, or you're not searching?
I'm a sucker for love. Eventually, I'll find a good person. Yeah.
Are you not looking at the prospective?
I'm not actively looking. Like I'm not like. How do you actively look? I'm not on Tinder or anything like that. No, I'm not actively looking like that. No.
You're not. Okay. So we're still expecting more of Munch and Sip. Now you understand it's an ecosystem. A lot of people are surviving through the counterfeit guys. Yes. So there's going to be more security for cars now.
Yes. One of the things that we're improving, not for lack of a better word, improving on, is to cater more to the food side. I think with our past ones that we've done is we tend the entertainment side started doing very well. And then the food guys, they were now shying at the back, abantu sebebuye lutshwala rather than for the food.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we're trying to fix. And we're abasadli sebenatha. So umuntu setop ama-chips se-right for the day.
Makasuka ngaphi emalokishini? Aniyakutshela. Protect these ones.
Protect them. So even, the gentlemen we met downstairs, there's still people who come for food and they say, we want to come to this event to taste other food, to try tacos for the first time, to try, you haven't had tacos yet, but abekona, but you never know. When
they come from
you know what I mean? They come for smoothies made out of berries from local berries. You know what I mean? There are still people who want those things, but because the alcohol will be the front, they miss that. So we're really, really, in fact, you'll see maybe with this one, we're trying to create a food court so that people sit, and then we've tried to, if you've seen the flyer, we've separated the flyer to say from 12 o'clock to 4 p.m. It's strictly a food market, very mellow. You can come with your picnic mat, you can come with your picnic basket, you can take some food home, efake moteni, ukiye. Masok Shai 5.
So we boost time. So you're gonna have a lot of boozers in 5 seat.
But which is equally okay, because then people can understand that if you're here for the food, enjoy during the day. Enjoy that time. Of course, there'll still be food after 5, but obviously after 5 there'll be food for
in the time. It's nightlife.
So bride food and stuff. But during the day, it's a time to experience food. To say to guys, it's not. Yes, it's chala zabe corner, but it's not just that. There's more to food. There's more to the ingredients. There's more to,
So is there a point in time that Munch and Sip are going to malokishin?
I say, all right, hate me, but no. No. I'm also not very familiar. I didn't grow up here, so I'm not very familiar with. I'm also learning Blawayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most of the time you'll be out of the country?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But
Where exactly?
Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah. I moved here 3 years back. But like I said, I know. Yeah, no.
Yeah, bafethu lizwele Munch and Sip ke ayibuye emakasana thina siyazitholela khona phana. Komatsika emakhoneni kwesebe sikhona. But still Munch and Sip we're definitely coming and we're enjoying it, by the way.
Maybe we'll take it to Plumtree one day, because that's kusekhaya Plumtree.
Ngalo kuyagidwa kulalwa sis. Lezi ngoma zene zichaya 5 minutes asenza.
One song maybe 8 minutes. Look at step C1.
8 is an introduction. 30-minute song. Kokocha makokocha.
Exactly.
And Munch and sip.
Exactly.
But you should try it, Makasana, once in a while.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, Sisam. Enjoyed very much. Hoping we have more of Munch and sip being continental.
23rd of April.
It's happening.
Was happening. Same venue, which is Criterion Burnside.
Okay.
Yes, come in your numbers. Please come and eat. Sizakita after, but come and eat.
Why you call skip as a Munch and sip?
Cabanga. Ngicela ukulinika for your next show libe ligqokile then you.
Ozalazo.
Perfect.
The only way for me to
Okay,
is you bring
perfect.
champagne, is and some girls. I need
In
some
spirit
people.
of promoting Zimbabwe,
Yes. And some girls, baby, pressure. Thank you so much, them for sure. Don't forget to subscribe Deb3 Events on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, and please follow us on Facebook also. Let's support each other as local.
I can't Kailo.
And follow Munch and Sip.
And follow Lemon. The actual company is called Lemon Groove Brands.
Lemon what?
Lemon Groove Brands.
Lemon Groove.
It's there on Facebook. It's there on Instagram. Yeah, but under Lemon Groove, we have Green Slabs, which is the packaging. We have the Good Wine Experience, which is the wine and safari. Then we have Munch and Sip.
Yes. Support Munch and Sip, support Nicolene Photo Cinematography. Siphuma lapha sithi thezo ngiyakhuluma lo my sister njengoba lizwele uthe uSingli ulova Ncengise. Danke ngiyabonga.
Lova Ncengise. Ah, yeah. Okay.